Pokemon is a multi-billion-dollar franchise, but it started with a sketchbook and watercolor paints. Today we're exploring the art behind Pokemon. I post a new video every day about art. I cover everything from Pokemon to the Renaissance, so follow me. Ken Sugimori is the primary character designer and art director for the Pokemon franchise. He is credited with drawing or finalizing all of the 151 original Pokemon. He pitched it to Nintendo in 1990, but it originally wasn't called Pokemon, it was called Capsule Monsters. Here's some of those drawings. Okay, so here we see who would probably become Ash in a cave with a Rhydon. And the creator said that Rhydon was actually the first Pokemon they ever created. Okay, and then here we see a Lapras, who was also one of the first Pokemons that they ever created. They wanted Pokemon to have certain roles in society, so a water taxi like Lapras was a great start. They always planned to have battles, and here we see a Ghastly fighting a Slowbro and a Blastoise fighting a Staryu. Also, here we see one of the early designs for the Pokeball, but this is back when it was still called Capsule Monsters, so that's why it's called the Master Capsule and not the Master Ball. While Sugimori was the main artist, other individuals also contributed to Pokemon art. Sugimori made most of the Pokemon scary, but then at the start he realized that he also wanted to have cute characters in the game. And that's where Atsuko Nishida came in, who designed Pikachu. Nishida's first idea for Pikachu was for it to be a Daifuku with ears. And this is a Daifuku. It's a mochi filled with sweet bean paste. But she later shifted the design to be more squirrel-like as she loved squirrels. Pikachu's red cheek pouches that store electricity were inspired, of course, by squirrels' cheeks which store nuts. The name Pikachu comes from the Japanese onomatopoeia for Pika, which is the sound for sparkle, and Chu, which is the sound of a mouse's squeak. She is also credited with designing the big three. That's right, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. And that's about all I can tell you about her because she is a very private person. She did an interview in 2018, and the entire time she was hidden behind a giant Pikachu doll. One of my favorite things about this page is we get into some great discussions about art in the comments, and today we're about to get into one of our biggest ones yet. If you could own any Pokemon, which one would it be? Let me know. And guys, try and be serious, okay? Don't say things like Onix or Gyarados unless you have a practical place to keep them.